I love being a mum. I really do. I love my kids. I love this life that I have. But I think sometimes I don't always like that at the end of the day, I haven't got any time to myself because I just have to clean up. I don't always like the fact that I have to make big decisions on behalf of little people that I don't really know if I'm going to get it right. I don't always like the fact that my house is a mess. I don't like the fact that I feel mum guilt. I don't like the fact that I have to go through a lot of these things that people that don't have kids have to go through. And I don't like the fact that I don't get time with my husband. I don't like the fact that I don't really know who I am right now outside of my kids. I love being a mother, but there's so much that I don't like sometimes. And those two can exist at the same time. And I think we just have to acknowledge that and understand that and know that it's okay to ride the waves. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode here on Normal Mum. Thank you so much for joining me. I am in the trenches of the summer holidays right now. I've got 3 kids that all want something different from me. And I'm like, how do I do this? Like, literally, how do I do this? When I had 3 kids, I was like, I feel like I was ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? When I actually, like, when I think about, oh yeah, this will be fine. This will be easy. 3 kids, I'm outnumbered. They're all different ages and stages. They all are demanding very different things from me. There is one of me, 3 of them. It's been raining. I need help. Do you know what I mean? I'm struggling. So grab yourself a cup of tea. Let's just dive into it and let's just talk about how sometimes we can love being mums, but not like it. Okay? This is where I'm sitting today. This is the camp that I am in. Let's go. Okay, so let me preface this whole thing, right, by saying I love being a mum. Like, I love being a mum. It is genuinely like the best thing ever for me. When I found out that I was going to be pregnant and having a baby when I was 21 years of age, all I ever saw was negativity. Like, I talk about this all the time about how all I'd ever seen was your life was over. You're never going to get it back. Like, you can't do anything. Even some people would be out here saying that they literally regret having kids. Like, to say something like that is just crazy. And I would be like looking and reading and thinking, oh my goodness, like, is it really that bad? Do you know what I mean? And I will die on a hill saying no. Of course, there are moments where it is so ridiculously difficult. Like, being a parent is the best, most joyful, rewarding thing that exists in this lifetime. But at the same time, it is also the thing that can literally be so demanding, so challenging, and so difficult. And there's no rule book, there's no guidebook, there's no how-to, there's nothing. Do you know what I mean? Other than people and support and this podcast, which I hope just helps you just decompress sometimes. But all I'd ever seen was that it was just like bad. So I don't really love to talk too much about the bad things that do come with being a parent, because I don't want people to think that that's just the story, because it doesn't end there. Like, it's so much more than that, okay? But you guys know that. You guys are great mums. You guys know that this is how it goes. Do you know what I mean? However, that being said, right now, I'm struggling a little bit. And I wasn't sure if I should really talk about this because of how I feel about talking negatively about kids and parenting. But then I have seen so much recently of people jumping on a particular person who has actually come out and said that they are struggling too with their toddler. And it's broken my heart to see a lot of the response, because this particular individual has a specific, listen, I'm talking in code, but you all know who I'm talking about, okay? And it just breaks my heart to see that, like, she's not allowed to struggle because X, Y, and Z. And I do feel like that sometimes. Like, I know that I am in such a lucky position to be able to have 3 kids, to be able to have a house in a safe place. And, you know, we've booked a holiday and we're able to do things like that and get a break, and we're able to go for days out. Like, I know that it is such a fortunate position to be in. However, the same struggles are the same struggles. Like, no matter who you are, where you come from, how much money you have, like how much money you don't have, like, kids are still kids. The struggles are still real. And I even spoke about this in a different podcast episode where I actually talked about comparing and how you actually can't compare your story and your situation to someone else because you actually don't know what the hell is going on in that person's life. Like you just don't. And it just winds me up a little bit. I'm not going to lie when I see this stuff. And it does make me retract and not want to talk about things myself to open that door. But you know what? We're just going to go there. You know what I mean? Because I think, like I said, parenting is parenting. Being a mum is being a mum. Being a dad is being a dad. And even though it looks differently for everyone, we are going through very similar things. Like my kids right now are extremely challenging in various different ways that I'm sure you guys would be able to relate to. Okay. So I just thought, I'm going to come on and talk about it because this is just how I'm feeling right now. And it just doesn't feel right for me to come on here and talk about something when I'm really literally having a horrendous week being a mum. Do you know what I mean? And so I thought I'd ask you guys like how we're all doing and how we're all getting on. And I asked like, what are some of the things that you guys struggle with when it comes to parenting before I dive in to how I'm really feeling this week? A lot of people are saying big feelings, really struggling with navigating them. The postpartum rage. I'm like a whole other person and it intensifies the mum guilt. Siblings fighting. Do you know? The sibling fighting thing is so real right now for me. Giving the baby enough attention with a demanding toddler. I feel constantly guilty. The constant overstimulation, the noise and the mess, lack of sleep. My husband, my biggest baby, lol. Do you know? I can relate. Finding balance, work, partner, children, regulating my emotions when dealing with their meltdowns, feeling like the home day is not fulfilling or interesting enough for the kids, the whining, wanting to play with them, especially role play, not losing my ish when I'm overwhelmed. Babe, literally not shouting, bedtime with the baby on my own. And you know what? Like, that is the hardest thing. I think sometimes being a mum is you just feel like you're the only one in that moment feeling those things. And it is so easy to feel super guilty. But as you can see there, like there are so many things that you can relate to, that I can relate to, that we can all relate to in all of those things that people are struggling with, but we just don't blast them. We don't just put them everywhere. Like someone here saying that they haven't got a village, like they have no support, dealing with your own emotions on top of kids that are going through it, like spending time equally, juggling life, work, health, life, friends, partner, kids, cleaner, cook, how? Literally, like as parents, we are wearing a million different hats. Like it is no surprise that we drop the ball sometimes. And right now, like that's just how I'm feeling. Like literally yesterday, I was so deep in my emotions with the kids that I was like questioning myself and feeling so underqualified to be having 3 kids. I was literally like, these are all my own children. It's not like someone else has given me these kids and have gone, hey, can you just look after these? Like these kids I have raised, I have birthed, I am raising these human beings. I should know what to do. But right now, I don't know what to do. I cannot split myself into 3. Everybody needs something very different all at the same time. And genuinely, I just don't know how to be that person. Like, let me just give it to you straight. I have a 5-month-old baby who right now wants to be rocked to sleep all the time. He does not self-soothe, okay? He's 5 months. Understandably that he's not out here knowing what he's doing, okay? He's 5 months old. He's also at that stage now where he's slowly, I think he needs to go like and be weaned, you know? Like we need to start giving him food because he is constantly hungry is how it feels. I'm out here making 8-9 ounce bottles every 3 hours. He's gone back to almost being newborn where I don't even know when he's going to want to feed next. On top of the fact that he's navigating this whole sleep thing. I can't read him right now. Do you know what I mean? I can't read him. So I have that. Then I have a 2-year-old that is just crazy. You know, he's the middle child. And we all know second children, middle children, they're just wild. Like they just are. So he's just like the ultimate wind up for his older sibling and the ultimate terror for his younger sibling. Like he is like the other day, I'm finding him like dangling himself over Roman, my baby, and he's like dangling himself over the baby, and I'm thinking, one slip and you're just gonna crush him, like get off. But he does it because he knows it's gonna get to me. He's testing me, he's pushing boundaries. He's also pushing boundaries with his older brother, who, you know, is 5 years old. Like, he's at that age now where he is wanting more like stimulation. Like, the house isn't cutting it for him anymore. Like, toys are not cutting it for him anymore. Understandably, he's just done like a whole year of school. And if you think about it, like when they're in school, they're here with a teacher who is literally trained to be a supervisor for the kids these age. They know how they learn. They know how they like to be stimulated. They know what they need. I'm not trained. I'm not a preschool teacher. I do not know what he needs like mentally to stimulate him. So what I'm experiencing with him right now is just demand. He wants to be involved in every conversation. He is asking more questions than I have ever experienced. I don't have all the answers to my child right now, okay? He is asking me questions, guys, that I'm literally driving in the car. All I want to do is get to the park, and he's literally asking me, we believe in heaven, okay? And he's literally like, why do people die? Why do people go to heaven? And I'm like, okay, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, because that's just how it is. And he's like, but why? And I'm like, I don't have the answers. He wants to be out the house. He wants to be playing with his friends. He wants to not be here, but he has to be here because school is closed and there is nowhere we can go and nowhere we can turn to other than soft play and pray that I can find some activities over this school holiday that is actually going to tick the box. But even then, even when we've spent the whole morning with his friends and he comes home and he's back in this environment, again, it's like he's like, that was not long enough. That was not good enough. I am just going to wind my siblings up once again, trash the house, jump on the couch. Like, literally, this is what I'm dealing with. On top of that, I have got to do the food shop. On top of that, I've got to work. On top of that, I have got to keep the house clean. On top of that, I have to be wifey. On top of that, I have to listen to my husband who wants to tell me about his day at work, which is absolutely fine, but it's freaking hard when you've had a day with all of the kids. Like, on top of that, I've got to think that my son's birthday's coming up. Have I planned everything? Like, literally, how am I going to afford the birthday parties? Because I just spent like £30 on party bags for my last child. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't keep up. I literally can't keep up. How am I supposed to I've got this vision of giving my kids the world, but the budget right now is giving Poundland. Like, do you know what I mean? And I'm out here trying to think, how am I going to entertain my kids when all I can think of would be great if we could do a family day out every single day, take them to Dinosaur Park, take them to Peppa Pig World, Legoland, wherever else, that would do it. But who's got the funds for that? Not me. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, these park days, they're not cutting it for us. And I know that I'm not the only person in that boat. That is literally what the heck is going on? You know what I mean? And I'm not one that looks on social media and sees people doing all these things, because I understand that that's not something that we can actually do. I can't eat out every day with the kids. We are home for lunch and dinner. Do you know what I mean? Most days of the week, we can't afford to be out here doing family days out. I will be honest, we booked a last minute holiday because it was cheap and we whacked it on a credit card because I was just like, you know what? I think it's going to be nice to just break up the summer holidays. But I know that's not the case for everyone. Just like a family day out, all day, every day at these big parks and attractions, that is not what I can also afford. And I'm not one that kind of looks on social media and then feels mum guilt for not doing that with my kids. But the mum guilt that I feel is not being able to give the time and the energy that I want to give my kids in the way that I think they deserve it. Do you know? And that's just what I'm struggling with at the minute, is I just feel like I'm failing them because I can't be that, but I don't know how to fix that. Do you know? Because at the end of the day, this is our family. Like, this is where we're at. We have a 5-year-old, we have a 2 soon to be 3-year-old, and we have a 5 soon to be 6-month-old. So though that's not going away. Like, that's just the ages and stages that they are. And I think just finding activities that work for those ages as well, I'm finding really difficult, because like one of them is too big for one of the soft plays around here. The other is too small for the other soft play. So it's like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, we're going to keep the older one a little bit bored because he's just over it. But then that's when he just starts punching, you know what I mean? And getting like, it's just, I feel like I'm just ranting to you guys. This is not what we want for the podcast. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Like I said, I just feel this is where my head's at this week. And I just want to keep it real with you guys. Like I said, it just didn't feel right to sit here and be like, woo, you know, pack with me to go on holiday. Guys, the reason we're going on holiday is because I'm done. I'm done with this country. I'm done with how expensive everything is. Do you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. But I actually saw something the other day where someone actually said, like, it's not necessarily parenting that's difficult, even though there are moments that it is. It's everything else that goes with it. And that's what I'm really feeling right now. Like, I'm really feeling the pressure of trying to keep up. Like, the house is disgusting. And as somebody who literally cannot function when the house isn't clean, it's just like another thing. It's like another layer on top of the overwhelmed sandwich to just have my house a mess again. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just going through it. I'm just struggling. And I love being a mum. I really do. I love my kids. I love this life that I have. But I think sometimes I don't always like it. I don't always like that at the end of the day, I haven't got any time to myself because I just have to clean up. I don't always like the fact that I have to make big decisions on behalf of little people that I don't really know if I'm going to get it right. I don't always like the fact that my house is a mess. I don't always like the fact that I have to figure out what meals I'm going to cook for my kids every day. I don't like the fact that I've got big decisions to make over school and nurseries and are they going to go in? How many days are they going to go in? I don't like the fact that I feel mum guilt. I don't like the fact that I have to go through a lot of these things that people that don't have kids have to go through. And I don't like the fact that I don't get time with my husband. I don't like the fact that I don't really know who I am right now outside of my kids. I love being a mother, but there's so much that I don't like sometimes. And those do can exist at the same time. And I think we just have to acknowledge that and understand that and know that it's okay to ride the waves and that everybody goes through it and everybody feels those ways. But I think just right now, with all three of them being home at the same time, I think it just feels a lot. And it has made me question, like, can I actually do this? Like, am I actually able to look after all these three kids all at the same time? And listen, I'm super lucky that I have support. Like, the way I've been combating it is either reaching out to my friends or reaching out to like the kids' friends, like from school's parents, and being like, let's do this and let's do that. Like, my mum has agreed to help out with the kids to just give me time. Like, I'll be honest, like today that I'm recording this, this is my time. Like, I have wasted so much of today because I was like, right, I'm going to drop the kids off. I'm going to go home. I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to order the food shop ready for delivery because I am not braving the supermarkets with 3 kids. Okay. I'm just not doing that. So it's going to come to me. Like, what is that phrase? Like something about like bringing something to you. That is what I'm doing. Okay. I'm not even going to attempt that. Right. But what did I do when I got home? I literally sat down, I took a nap, and I scrolled social media for an hour and a half. So unproductive, so disgusting. I regretted it as soon as I woke up. And when I was just there scrolling, I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. What am I doing? But you know what? As mums, we have just got to We've got to do what we've got to do to survive. And if that's what I needed today, which was a nap, that is what I was going to take. My house is upside down. You should literally see what I'm looking at right now. I can see 2 monster trucks. There's underwear on the floor. There is a dirty nappy. There is like literally you should see what's in front of me. Do you know what I mean? The pillows might be chopped, honey, but in front of me is disgusting. And I'm just trying to steal those little moments right now of just breathing when I can, to just exist, because it's hard. Like it's really, really hard. And especially in the summer holidays where, again, like routine just goes out the window. And I am someone who appreciates routine. I really am. And to not have that right now, it is just hard for me. It is hard for me to not have a routine, a plan and structure to the days. Like I love it for like the first 3 days. And then I'm like, okay, this is a lot. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, it's okay to love being a mum, but it's okay to sometimes not like elements of it. And right now, I'm just feeling like this. Tomorrow is a different day. Tomorrow, I know that I'll probably wake up and I'll feel completely different. And, you know, I have a holiday coming up that we can just, you know, listen, that is parenting abroad, yeah, but at least it's a change of scenery. The kids have got the pool, like we will exhaust them every day, like that is fine. I'll also have my husband. I think that is probably the hardest thing, is that like it's just me and the kids, do you know what I mean? And it's like there's just no conversation. There's no like adult conversation, or even just like, can you hold him while I pee? You know what I mean? Like it's just like you just have to steal those moments, don't you? And I think when there's someone else there with you, like that's what I'm just looking forward to, like a week of just like co-parenting and not just doing this alone all day, every day. I'm just feeling a lot of mum guilt, I think right now. I'm feeling guilty for my baby, that I'm like, he's last on the list right now. He really is, because he is happy just playing. Do you know what I mean? And he's not going to come to me and demand things as much. Like once he's fed and changed and, you know, happy, he's happy. And I feel so bad that like I'm not having as much time with him right now, that what he probably needs from me. I also feel guilty for my toddler, who can't tell you how many times I've told him to sit on the couch and just watch telly while I just sort something out, or just, you know, play with his older brother, or, you know, do something to stimulate them. Like I feel sorry for my 5-year-old, who right now needs so much more than what I can give him to entertain him and stimulate him. Like he's so over watching Paw Patrol right now and playing with toys. Like he wants to, you know, do jigsaws. He wants to do things he's really into like being challenged a little bit more, like playing games. And a lot of that he can't do with his 2-year-old brother, who's just going to smash down his Jenga tower. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just hard right now. It's just hard. And listen, I never want like this podcast to be somewhere that you come and you listen to things and go, flipping heck, that was heavy. And I know that today's episode does probably feel that way. Listen, I'm over listening to myself talk about this, but I just think that you have to just be real sometimes, isn't it? And admit defeat and admit that you're struggling. And today is just that day. And when I was sitting down to kind of talk about what I wanted to talk about, it just didn't feel right for me, because I just feel so exhausted and I just feel so drained and mum guilty, and like everything is just wrong. And I just wanted to come on and share, because I know that the summer holidays is so difficult for so many of us, because it's so long as well. Like you can cope with 2 weeks off, you can cope with like bank holidays, and you can cope with obviously being home with your kids, or even on weekends, like with your husband and stuff. But yeah, I think when it falls as well on like the default parent as a mum, and you're just like here all day, every day, and you are the cook, the cleaner, entertainer, teacher, you know, referee is what it feels like sometimes with my kids, where they're arguing. It's just a lot. It's just a lot, isn't it? And I'll be honest, there's been times this week that I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, I don't know, like yesterday, where I was just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this for 6 weeks with all 3 of them and be able to actually hold myself together. But we're here and we've got to do it because we're mums and every day is different. And we are so like, I know that I said just now that I feel that I'm unqualified a lot of the time, especially right now. And like, what am I doing? But we know what we're doing. We just need to lean into who we are. We are their mums. We've got this. Like, we can do this. Like, it's difficult, yeah. But like, let's get through. Take it day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. And that's literally what I've been doing. Like, in those moments where I've been having a bit of a wobbly, I've just kind of gone, okay, I'm going to take the day back. You know what I mean? Let's claw it back. Let's all sit down. Let's all talk about where we're at. Like literally with the kids, we do this thing called team meeting and I literally will round them up. I'll be like, right, boys, team meeting. Let's address this. Like, what are we going to do today? It's raining. It's disgusting. I think we should do this. What do you want to do? Everyone takes it in turns. Like we've even decided that we're going to write down like a load of different things that we want to do and maybe just start ticking it off to just make the days like feel like we're accomplishing something. I also think what I'm going to start doing is just bringing a bit of routine in. Like today I got up and we went out the house. Like I literally, if you'd have seen me, you'd have literally thought, who is this girl? I looked so rough, so disgusting. I was just surviving. Do you know what I mean? With my 3 kids, it was raining. They were in raincoats and football shorts because I wasn't arguing with them to get trousers on today. It was just one of those days. And we had a lovely little walk. It was refreshing. I came home and I felt better. Not gonna lie, I did then go and have a nap, like I said earlier. But I'm thinking that's a good start. Maybe we just need to get up and get out. Whatever, come rain or shine, maybe that's what we need to do to just, I don't know, start the day off on a good note. So today, I have nothing for you. Like, I have no advice. I have no help. I have no tips and tricks for surviving the 6-week long summer holidays. I really don't. All that you've had today is a mum that's just like, yeah, I'm in it. I'm in the trenches and just don't really know what to do, you know, about some of these big feelings that I am also feeling and that my kids are also feeling. So yeah, apologies that today it is a little bit negative and today it is a little bit like, woe is me. But again, what are we here to do? Feel a little less alone and a lot more normal. And I'm sure that there are so many of you that are just feeling overwhelmed and a little bit scared of the fact that we've still got so long left of the summer holidays. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Please come back again. I know that this episode has felt like, oh my gosh, like this is long, but please guys, like come back again because I love that we have this place. I love that we have this space that we can just talk freely and openly because it's hard out here, but please know that I love being a mum. I love this. I would not change. And that's the crazy thing about it, isn't it? Is like we can be here having the worst of days, but at the end of it, when the kids go to sleep, we're still like, I miss them. And we still look at pictures and videos of them and think, oh my gosh, I wish that I could stay in this stage of life forever. Like, you know, that trend that's going around right now where everyone's like, it makes me so sad that this phase of life isn't forever. Genuinely, that is me. Like I look at everything that I have around me, from the jumperoo to the baby bouncers to everything, and I just know how quick it goes with Roman being literally coming up to 6 months old, how quick it all flies. And I'm literally like, time stands still, but then literally 2 seconds later I'm like, I can't wait till you're 18 and I have my life back. Do you know what I mean? That is literally the journey of a mum. Like that is literally the journey of a mum, where you are like, please don't grow up, but at the same time I can't wait until you're gone. Like do you know what I mean? Like this is just the reality, you know? But I love my kids. I love being a parent. I know that I'm going to miss these days. I have 18 summers with my kids. I know. And I think that sometimes I do also put that pressure on myself because I'm so aware of how quickly time flies and I want to enjoy it all so much. I think that's what makes it more painful when I'm not. In those moments and those days where I am struggling, I think that's why maybe I feel it more, is because I'm like, I should be loving this because it isn't like this forever. But you know what? We just need to release ourselves from feeling like this, release ourselves from feeling some of these big things and just doing whatever we need to do to get by, like, and move on. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I'm at in the world of being a normal mum this week. Let me know how you're doing. Like, how are you getting through things? Put some tips in the comments to any of the mums that are feeling the same way. Like, what are we doing to entertain our kids? What are we doing to stay sane? I actually, a couple of weeks ago, went to play paddle with my friends. My mother-in-law had the kids. I had some time. I probably should have been doing everything but running around a paddle court with my friends. But let me tell you, that was so much fun. Like, and I was a different human coming home to my kids that day. Like, genuinely taking time out, if you can, to do something for you will literally change your day. Like, you will come home a whole different mum to your kids when you've just had an hour or two to just exist and be you. Do you know what I mean? A little breather goes a long way. So anyway, have a lovely rest of your day. I don't know where you're listening to this from, but wherever you're doing, have a fantastic day, and I will see you again very, very soon. I love you so much. Go and check out the Normal Mum Instagram, because every week I will be putting something on there, whether it's a dilemma, whether it's a parenting poll, whether it's a question of the week, or just generally a topic that I am talking about and I need your input. Go and give it a follow so that you can be in the know and have your say. I love you so much. Thank you again for listening. I'll see you soon. Bye.